Okay, I think I'm live with Ryan. Actually, it's been like a hot minute since Ryan and I've been live.
A
So,
long time. It
welcome.
might be
I
years.
mean, which is really sad, but honestly, we've just had a ton going on. And so this is our ROI in 5 live that we've been doing weekly, which has been really fun. And it's our goal to give you something that will have at least a three times return in the ROI within 5 minutes. So definitely a funky thing, but it's been really fun to like have us push into that. So with that being said, because we're going to do this fast, Ryan has something that is a little different today, which is really great. It's not one of our systems or our processes necessarily. It's a part of our consulting, right? Because it has to do with one of our three tenants. You know, it's not leadership for you, systems, or and processes, but it's the people piece, which is obviously super important. So, Ryan, tell us the story, and then we'll talk through why we think this has got, maybe even a 10 times return. I mean, this has got a huge return in our opinion, and it needs to be talked about. So I guess it's really leadership and people, right?
hmm Yeah, it is. It's so cool. Just a couple of weeks ago during one of my sessions, a really neat thing happened, and I've been trying to figure out what I'm going to talk about for ROI, and we've been talking about a whole bunch of short-term things, like what can I do now to infuse money? Because most people think of return on investment. Hey, I want to get a return now, but there's also a long game with return in some aspects, right? And so when we talk
Yeah.
about hiring a great talented person that's going to transform our business, there's a tremendous return on investment by hiring the right person and building upon it. And
Yeah.
I had a session with a client. We'll call him Trevor because that's his name. Um, but anyway, so he was on with me and his assistant, and he had an issue. He had maybe more leads than he needed or than he had time to even follow up with.
Yeah.
He's got an assistant who's
Must be nice.
fantastic. Yeah, he's got an assistant who's fantastic. And I was like, well, because they were both on the session, I said, well, I mean, maybe she has some bandwidth to maybe answer some of the calls. I kind of feel like it would be part of her skill set. And Trevor stopped me right there and he said, hold on. He said, like, I got to make sure she's okay with this because I did not hire her for this. She signed up for an administrative role. She didn't sign up for a sales role. I don't want to just make an assumption that that I'm gonna throw her into the sales seat, right? And
Mm.
she responds right away with, yeah, I mean, I can definitely do that. And I took a second. I said, hey, I have to call something out real fast. What you just did there, Trevor, was amazing. Like, so many people just treat their assistant like a cog, like a
Yeah.
machine, like, oh, well, I need this, so you go do that. Whatever I need, you're just going to do it because I'm paying you
Yeah.
money, right? And in the wrong situation, you do that and you could wind up chasing away the right person that starts feeling taken advantage of or feels being taken for granted. The opposite happened here. So I complimented him and then she interrupted me and says, look, I'm going to be completely honest. I've never had a boss like this before. He's amazing. I'm going to move heaven and earth for him. I thank God I got this job every day. Right. And you think about what he did there. He found someone talented. He didn't take them for granted. He treated them like a human being.
Yeah.
And she's moving heaven and earth for him. And she's going to transform. She's going to even help him with some of the sales stuff now because he treated her like the human being she deserves to be treated as, right? And he's going to get a massive return. But in
Mm.
another universe, I've had clients in the past that would have just taken it, assumed, okay, go do it, go do this, do, whether it's on your description or not. And I've seen people leave in the past too,
Yeah.
right? So there's a negative return if you take advantage of them, a super positive return. And what is it, Lindsay? I think it's like they say it's a minimum of 2 to 3 times a loss if you have to go rehire someone, right? And
Yeah.
there's
Your
an
salary,
opportunity.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, just the salary, the salary alone. But then if you lose that amazing person, have to replace them with someone that's probably not going to be as good, there's a negative ROI that's going to happen, even
Yeah.
beyond you make the next hire. So,
Well, and the reality of this one is that like investing in your people, it's an investment, right? It is not an expense. We say that all the time. And this was an investment in, hey, your job description says this. We might have you do some of this. It's not in that. Like, what's the win-win? Like, what does that look like? And you're right. So many are like, no, we're all doing this. And we say all the time too, like if something funky happens, and sales are down, everybody's in sales, right? Like ops doesn't matter who you are, you're in sales. But at the end of the day, no ops person ever is like, I'm gonna go make cold calls or like
Can't
I
wait
want to
to make
call
calls.
leads. Like this is so fun. Barely ever. But if they believe in the mission, they believe in what we're doing, and they believe in you as the leader, they're happy to make some of those calls. And the truth is, the ROI here in five is that he stopped and recognized that it wasn't on her job description, pivoted and said, hey, this isn't something that we had talked about. What do you think? And then she was able to think about it and respond with, yes, I want to do it. And I would do anything for you. So, I mean, huge lesson. We actually see the opposite of this all the time. I had one other example of this where we've hired somebody who's kind of in marketing and now is making cold calls because he was like, I like this. I'm okay with it. I was like, that never happened. So like these are two examples of like somebody who's pivoting for the cause. And the norm is for us to push them into that and have the opposite. So awesome ROI or ROI in five. Hey, listen, really quickly, if you need consulting help, so I mean, Ryan, how long have we been together?
8 years plus
I think
9.
it's 9. Because Lisi's turning 8 this week. So
Okay, so probably 9.
so we're about 9. And I think at the end of the day, you are our first consultant alongside of me. You have changed thousands and thousands and thousands of businesses, not just real estate, we had small business as well. And for him to come and say this is his thing is, I think if you've listened to this whole thing, it is worth it for you to take that seriously. Because when I say thousands of businesses, thousands of businesses. So this was his thing that he wanted to bring to you guys, which means it's super important. So if you want to learn more or you want to be in business with Ryan, reach out to me. Probably one of the best coaches, coaches me all the time. So thanks, Ryan.
Thanks, Linz. See ya.
Bye.